In this part, I would like to discuss the primary method of estimation in econometrics, which is called the ordinary least square estimator. And this is the estimator that we will be using a lot with you during this semester. I think we will use it for most of it, and only somewhere closer to the end I will show you some other estimators. So for now we will just focus on this one. So what is an ordinary least squares estimator? The OLS, it's such an estimator that chooses the regression coefficients, beta 1, beta 2, so that the estimated regression line is as close as possible to the observed data, where closeness is measured by the sum of the squared mistakes made in predicting y given x. I know it's a very long definition and it's probably very confusing for you. Therefore, let's have a look at this slide. So equation number 4, this is the sample regression function from the previous slides. So where y is a function of xi, beta 1 is the intercept, beta 2 is the slope coefficient, so there are the so-called regression coefficients, and u is the error term. So we ask the software to estimate this model for us. So it gets the value of beta 1, it gets the value of beta 2, and then it makes a graph of those values. Right, here it is, the the sample regression function, where the intercept is beta 1 and the slope of this line is beta 2. So on this line we have the predicted values of y, right, y with the hat. And then to get the value of the residual, we take the actual value of y, the one that we originally probably downloaded from some database, and we subtract its estimated value, right, the value from the line. So, and the difference between these two values, this is the residual, right? So this is, if you look at this graph, this is the difference between the dot, the actual value of y, and the predicted value, y with the hat. So in such a way we get the residuals. And then what the estimator does, it minimizes the residual sum of squares. So it takes those residuals, it squares them, and then it minimizes them in such a way that this sum as small as possible. And this is how this estimator works. So it estimates beta 1 and beta 2 given the minimal value of this sum of squared residuals. To get the least squares estimators, the software and me and you will use the following equation. So for beta 2, here is the equation under number 9, and for beta 1, the intercept, this is equation number 10. We will practice this during the workshops. You don't need to remember the formulas, just for now keep in mind that if you would like to find the formula, it is here in this presentation on this slide.